This episode of Nerds Gone Rogue is brought to you by Killers. All John ever wanted was to be normal, but the grisly murder of his parents when he was just a child left something terrible brewing inside him. John was a killer, a fact he'd accepted as he now lived on the streets, looking for a place he belonged in this world. On a night that seemed like fate, while on a train heading west, a stranger intervenes as John is on the verge of his most recent crime. His name is Professor James Conrad, and he asks John to come live with him and a group of young serial killers he has taken under his wing. Together they search for a purpose in their murderous ways. It isn't long after a new sadistic serial killer begins to terrorize Seattle, and throwing a wrench into all they are trying to accomplish. Time seems to be running out for the group to find the answers they are searching for. Where will they go? What is their purpose? And with the killing closing in, who will survive the night? Written by C. Benjamin Doyle. Killers is available now on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. Get your copy today.
You may ask yourself, well, how did we get here? This is Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 95, and we cold kicking it live. I'm Matthew Keel. Moose, how are you today? Woo! That's our Moose in Chief. He's so happy. On the other end of the spectrum, we've got Corey, our video producer in chief. Okay, you're not supposed to mimic Moose. You're supposed to come up with your own thing.
I don't have my own thing. This is my thing.
What's your thing?
I don't know. The hat is my thing.
Okay, great. Corey's wearing a hat.
Surprise.
Yeah, episode 95. We're here.
I did think about retiring the hat after episode 100.
I mean, you do you.
But, as in, like, not wearing a hat on the show, or just get rid of that hat and get another? Ooh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I like my hat too much.
I mean, as somebody who's seen both hatted and hatless, Corey, I can go either way. You are still a beautiful gentleman.
Thank you.
With or without the hat. I'm still jealous.
Except I need a haircut though, because like it's just like.
I need a haircut too.
I mean, I washed my hair today and used some conditioner, and it's all nice and just kind of like whoop now. But like
so fresh and so clean.
When it gets muggy out, it's like.
All right, so. We got a big show, so let's get moving quickly. I'm going to start with what we're playing this week because something special happened this past week. Something very special for all of us, including Ed Varnell. Corey and Ed are now no longer people who have not played Helldivers.
Yeah,
they played Helldivers this week.
That was a good time.
And I will say it. Both of them were laughing like most of the time.
Yeah.
It was I mean, the minute Ed got his jump pack and jumped, he was like, "Oh!" And then Corey did it. He's like, "Oh, that's awesome!" I'm like, yeah.
Then I tried to explore some secrets in one of the deep, dark pits.
That's not how it works.
To your death.
Yeah, that's not what you do. Like you should not do that at all.
And it took no less than 5 minutes, and we streamed this. It's archived. Mm-hmm. I think Corey's going to post it at some point. I've been waiting for it.
It's up on Wednesday because last week when Todd was on, you guys didn't do 20 questions, so
that's true.
It's going up in the 20 questions time slot on the YouTube page. So
okay,
Wednesday at noon. Well, it'll already be up by the time you guys listen to this.
But yeah, like it took no less than 5 minutes for Corey to say, "This is better than Destiny."
I mean, yeah. I played Destiny this week, by the way. Well,
I don't know why.
Continue.
And how does it match up to Helldivers?
I mean, it's Destiny. I'm sure.
Just say it's not as fun and appease me.
It's not as fun. Like I don't understand.
Good.
They say,
let's move on.
I don't understand.
You've already given them too much time. And Matt Phillips is in the chat. He asked if Ed rode my motorcycle. Ed did not ride my motorcycle because I understand the motorcycle and I don't bring it anymore. The first time Phillips and I played, I'm like, hey, who wants to ride the motorcycle? Phillips is like, I'll ride the motorcycle. And I just drove right into a hole.
As a side note, Ed, me, and Justin played, I believe, the next night last week, and he did ride Justin's motorcycle.
Ooh.
So I'm just saying,
That's cool. I mean, Justin's probably a better driver with the motorcycle than I am, and I will totally respect that.
He's way better at driving the motorcycle than I was. He was having fun with it, so that was good.
Other than that, I finished Minute. I am 3 trophies from the Platinum. I am going to get it. That game is cool. People should play it, and it's already one of the more interesting games I've played this year. I also started Lightfall.
Yeah.
How you liking that?
It has potential. I didn't realize there was as much story as there is. I was trying to play it at work, and I have to play it muted on the Switch. So I think I might have to just start over and get the story. But like the platforming mechanics are good. The movement is really good. I kind of agree with what Corey said. Like they could do a really good Sonic with that sort of scheme. I feel like Sonic would fall a little flat just because of the reliance on other abilities in Lightfall. But Lightfall's cool, and I want to play more of it. I feel like I don't think I played anything else this week. Moose, what have you played?
I beat Beyond Two Souls for my challenge list. I've been playing Bloodborne on my second PSN profile, working towards my second platinum for that game. That'll probably be the only platinum that I get. Cheers, sir. That'll be the only platinum that I get on that profile. Unless I do the Borderlands games on there, but whatever. I need to get those on my main profile before I do that. But other than that, my next challenge game is probably going to be Battlefield. So I've been playing Battlefield. And Battlefield helped me figure something out. I don't know if either of you played Battlefield, but Battlefield starts out where like you're just randomly playing random people in different conflicts of the war, and you're not supposed to survive. Like you're supposed to die. So I'm playing through it. I loaded it up on Sunday or Saturday morning, and I'm playing through it, and I'm like, I've already done this. I'm like, why am I doing this again? And then I realized because I got my PS4, all my saves are in the cloud. Like I haven't downloaded my saves. So I was like, oh crap. So I went and downloaded my save for that. And then I figured it. I was like, well, I might as well just download my saves for all the challenge games that I have to do. Because Final Fantasy 15, I kind of started. Doom, I started. Ratchet and Clank. So I was like, I should get all those downloaded. So it was a good thing. But they've got They Shall Not Pass, which is one of the DLCs, is free on PS4 and Xbox for a limited time now. If you have Battlefield 1 and haven't gotten that, it's a pretty good expansion pack. But other than that, not that much. I did take my Switch to work, but I haven't been playing anything. But I am buying my next Switch game on tomorrow. Yeah, Wizards of Legends drops, so I want to buy that. So I'm going to be playing that. And then also Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is coming out on Thursday. So I will probably have to pick that up. I'll have to do some finagling to try and get a Wi-Fi to be able to download that because I will be in Pennsylvania on Thursday. Maybe I can do it Thursday morning before I leave. I don't know. We'll see. But if I can't get it Thursday, I'll probably pick it up Monday when I get back to my house that has Wi-Fi. I mean, I have family members that have Wi-Fi. It's just like, I'm not going to, I'm going to be spending time with family at a wedding on Sunday, and Saturday will be, visiting with family, so it's not going to be a concern. But I'll probably play some Wizards of Legend, which will be awesome. But anyways, Corey, what have you been playing?
I've actually been playing a lot.
Okay.
I've been well, I mean, nothing for myself, but like a lot for Let's Play shows and stuff. Been playing a lot of Fortnite. The game is game's real good. I always forget when I don't play it for a while, but it's a fun time. We tried that Avengers crossover thing that was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did
you get the glove?
No, dude.
No?
I got murdered, dude.
Did you see you got murdered by Thanos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was not a good time. He just jumps up real high and smashes you, and it's just done.
Okay.
Done. Yeah. What else have I been playing? I've been playing through the Gears of War 1 campaign for squad goals.
Okay.
And dude, I talk about a series that was so high on how great that series was to now it's just like nobody even cares about it. Gears is so good. Like even that first game, like the cover mechanics and the shooting feels really good. You know, it's just like, man, that game is really good, and it was just another one of the prominent Xbox IP that is kind of like, okay, we've had 5 games in that series now. What's new? You know?
Yeah.
But I mean,
know.
if they announce Gears 5 at E3, I'm gonna be hyped. Saying, it's like one of the
How
other
long
reasons.
has it been since 4? A year or 2?
3 years?
2 years, I think.
Only 2?
It's only 2, so I seriously doubt it'll be announced this year.
Well, what they did for Gears 4, they announced it and then released it 18 months later.
Okay, so they can announce it now, and
Yeah,
especially if they use a lot of the
really,
same engine.
They showed that really dark story trailer because that was like the big thing at E3 that year. Was like Gears 4 was announced, but they showed this really dark trailer in a really dark theater, and nobody could see what was going on.
That's true.
And they had to like re-release the trailer with that was lightened up on their YouTube page. So
yeah,
but I mean, I really liked Gears 4 a lot. I actually still play that multiplayer from time to time, and it's still real good. Dodgeball's a sweet mode. Dodgeball's so good. And then we played a little bit of Horde mode too, which is good. What else did I play? Halo. I played a little bit of Halo. I think that's it. I think that's really it. I'm trying to finish God of War. I kind of made my way through that a little bit more.
Where are you at in that? What part of the mission?
I just got to. Well, I don't know if it's really a spoiler or not at this point. The guy in the tree.
Okay.
I'm a little bit past that. I don't want to like spoil.
Oh, so you're still super early on then.
Yeah. Well,
He's still in the first third. Spoilers. That's my favorite character in the game.
Yeah. I'm a little bit past that. So I don't want to spoil anything, but something happens with that character, and I've sort of resolved that. So
yeah.
Yeah. So
okay. Cool.
So I mean, I that's my goal this week because like I don't have anything to do for this until Thursday, so I'm going to try to play tomorrow night and Wednesday night, unless we decide to do something
you're
like
you're going to play
like
Bloodborne tomorrow night or Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday we're playing Bloodborne.
Because tomorrow night I have to podcast with Platinum, so
That's true.
I mean, you can play with Matt if you want.
I'll be at work.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why I watch you guys every show, because every Tuesday I'm at the hospital.
That's code for Matt doesn't want to really play with me. It's fine.
Oh, fuck off, Corey. You know better.
No, I do. I need to finish that game like real bad. I can't believe it. It's taken me so long to beat this game, and it's like this is the game I was looking forward to the whole year. It's this and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, like the 2 games I've been looking forward to the whole year.
That shit comes up, man.
I haven't even. To be fair, the baby's room is finished. The crib is built.
Yeah.
The dresser has been painted and refreshed and put together.
There you go.
Nice. There you go, man.
I've really
like
been just
fucking adult.
yeah. I've been playing baby stuff. So
That's good though. That's
so
good.
the baby's room is almost together. There's a couple things in there that we still need to get out of there, but for the most part, I got to finish some things to hang up in there. But we got these like stuffed animal kind of cocoon things where you just kind of lay the stuffed animals in them and they hang above like
the baby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we got a couple of those. I got to put those up tomorrow. And, but yeah, baby's room's ready.
Nice.
Yeah. We have to go pick up a bunch of stuff at her mom's tomorrow, but yeah, it's ready. And this,
You need it. Do you have Netflix?
I do.
You need to watch Joe Rogan's Triggered, because he does like the best description of living with all females, because he lives with all females. And I can definitely I can't speak from personal experience, but my ex-father-in-law, I could definitely, like, when I watched that special, I was like, yeah, that was my ex-father-in-law. Like, he describes it like they steal his manhood a little bit at a time. Like, they painted a room in the house pink, and he was like, why'd y'all paint this pink? They're like, why not? And he's like, it's as if the kids, he's like, my manhood is a bunch of M&Ms on a counter, and the kids just come up and take a handful at a time and just go, what are you gonna do? And then they walk away. I mean, it's like, he's like, I can't do anything about it, you know? So I'm like, you're gonna be living with all girls, which is not a bad thing. My mom lived with all guys and she survived, so
Yeah.
God have mercy on her soul. She's still alive.
Other than that, I've been trying to get some light fall in when I'm sitting on the couch watching bad TV.
Which is probably contributed to by your wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and not to pick on her.
No. No. Look.
All right.
If it was up to me, we wouldn't even have cable. Like, I just don't care. And the only reason why I would have cable anyway would be to watch like sports and stuff. And it's just like, man, I can't do TV, man. I just can't. I don't understand people who can just sit and watch TV for hours. And then look at me that I'm weird because I played 45 minutes of a video game. Like,
right.
You literally just watched 13 hours of Kardashian reruns, and you're looking at me like games. This isn't my wife. These are other people. But
no, I know. Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's just like.
Well, okay, all right. Just quickly, since you mentioned sports, what happened with the Cavs?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They look. I'm not gonna worry until after Tuesday. If they come out and get skunked again on Tuesday, I'm just gonna be like, well, good try. Goodbye, LeBron.
I mean, I think a lot of the personalities have said that LeBron was doing what he's done in Game 1 throughout the playoffs, where he's just feeling them out. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow, it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow he'll come out, sort of swinging. But I was glad that Boston beat him, because now we have a series.
Yeah.
Now it's just not LeBron sweeping everybody before him. I think it shows Brad Stevens is a really good coach.
Oh, he's an amazing coach. He's like, he's. So
I think his story is just cool.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere with Butler, and then he gets like completely Boston. It's like the last time they did that was like when they drafted Larry Bird a year before he came out of college. And they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep this guy because I know he's good. But yeah, no, I'm more interested to see what happens tonight with the Rockets and Warriors, because the Rockets have been steadily building something to try and go after the Golden State machine.
Yeah.
But also, I just want to say this Las Vegas Golden Knights story in the Stanley Cup playoffs, man, that's a good story.
Nice. They just started this year, didn't they?
They are the Mighty Ducks of NHL teams.
Yeah, but didn't they do a fantasy draft where they were like able to pick
the expansion draft?
Team? Yeah, exactly. I meant the expansion draft. Yeah, so they were able to pick the best players from every team, right?
No. Well, no.
In an expansion draft situation, in an expansion draft situation, all of the NHL teams have to protect a certain amount of players.
So they have a certain amount of protected players, but you can still take some.
You can still take what's unprotected. So essentially, these are all people that other clubs did not want.
Okay.
So they are a bunch of misfits, and they're
still kicking ass.
They've shown up there they're in the Western Conference Finals. They're probably going to get beat by the Jets. The Jets look for real. And if they don't, good on them. They're like Leicester City a few years ago in the Premier League, where they were out of nowhere. Yeah, I agree with Phillips. You could take unprotected players, but I think their draft was the strongest, and I think that's just because they just made the astute picks rather than we're going to get the pound for pound best players available.
What was the other expansion team?
I think it was just them. Phillips.
He has a plural on there. He might have pluralized it. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who else came in this year. I mean, I think,
or he might have meant overall, like through the years.
That could be too.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Anyway, that's our sports minute. Corey, what else you playing, or are you done?
Nothing really. I mean, there's games I want to get to, but I'm not going to waste time talking about those.
Get to them, man. Let's hear it.
No, I mean, like, I want to play the games that I haven't started yet.
Oh, okay.
Not that I've played so much that I need to get to these games to tell you all about them.
Oh,
like Donkey Kong and South Park on Switch.
Yeah, I want to get Donkey Kong. I really do.
So, but yeah, that's kind of it. Look, I've been like the big project I've put upon myself this week, besides the baby stuff, is redoing the website. Like, not totally redoing it, but making it cleaner. And so that's my big project for the week. So
right,
it looks good though. It looks good.
I mean, you've got looks like you've got your presentation situation on point. You got that green shower curtain up. It looks good, man.
Yeah,
I think it looks good.
I mean, if you want to watch my cat shit in that box over there, I can leave it open.
Can we kill it? I hate cats.
Yeah, she tried to escape the other day, and I didn't stop her.
Smart man.
But Sana did.
Okay. So I was going to get to our big topic because it is E3 prediction night tonight.
Woohoo!
For Nerds Gone Rogue. But Moose is conveniently... Oh, no, here he is. He's back. Right on time, like the hands of a clock.
He's back. I needed a beer.
Well, actually, that was it. I said bio in our chat, but I was like, I'll go grab a beer real quick.
Oh, okay. I have the chat blocked off so I could see the YouTube chat. And Phillips clarified it was just them this year. It was just Las Vegas. So they had to have the strongest draft in the history of expansion teams because they had anybody they wanted, unprotected, of course. So I guess it just depends on how good the unprotected pool of players was. Apparently, they had a Stanley Cup champion as a goalie, and that's that. And now Moose is being presented on Corey's.
Before we do E3 predictions, I need a beer. Welcome. My prediction is we all get beer. Yeah.
I got one. I already got one. And it's so happy.
Mine's in the fridge.
They got Fleury from the Penguins?
Penguins.
That's a crazy goddamn keeper. Why did the Penguins get rid of him?
Because he's getting old.
Probably.
But now he's having the season of his career.
Well, the entire team of Las Vegas is having the season of their career.
Fair.
There was one forward who had 19 goals and was a fourth stringer. He's had 38 this year. It's crazy. All right, so here's how the rundown is. We are going to go through each conference. We're not going to go through each developer because, hey, we got lives. We got to wake up in the morning.
I got to work
now.
Now, the E3 schedule for 2018, as it stands right now, is June 9th, EA. June 10th, Microsoft and Bethesda. June 11th, Square, Ubisoft, and Sony. And June 12th, Nintendo. Devolver is
parody, and it doesn't matter.
Well, Devolver they haven't stated they'll have a conference. I think it's going to be one of those things they do like last year where all of a sudden 2 weeks before they'll be like, yeah, we're doing it here. And hopefully they do something weird like they did last year, be it parody or otherwise. Because the E3 conferences need weird.
They do.
And they need more weird. They need more weird than Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Although Ubisoft, I'm gonna say it right now, be weird. I love it when you're weird. So we've heard like CD Projekt Red is going to be at E3, but like we don't know if they're doing a conference, which I don't think they would.
Who? Oh, yeah.
CD Projekt Red.
I heard there was going to be like an app. So the confusion in our chat was I thought they had a conference, and you were saying they don't. I've heard that they're going to do like an hour long presentation on Cyberpunk 2077. So that made me think that it was a conference.
Yeah.
But it's not. So I don't know what the heck's going on with them. They're just they're just going to be there and they're going to have some stuff to show off, which is cool. Hey, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out and it's going to be awesome. Sweet. Let's rock and roll. Hope your controls aren't trash like The Witcher 3.
I can almost guarantee that I'll play that before The Witcher 3 at this point. So
you probably will, and we will probably both beat Cyberpunk 2077 before we beat The Witcher 3.
Before I play The Witcher.
Although, in all honesty, I will say for the fans out there, I do call the controls trash. I do want to go back to the game because, like I said, I think I played it too close to playing Bloodborne with its awesome, sexy controls. But anyways.
Okay, now before we get started, I want to just have a little quick floor discussion. We're doing one prediction a conference, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and to be honest, a lot of mine are wild cards just because I was like, I could go with a safe prediction or I could just come up with a prediction. So
yeah.
I told Corey a lot of mine are just wild cards. So
okay.
Yeah, I have one wild card prediction at the end.
Yeah, I have.
Well, I can have that too if you want.
I have a bunch of batshit ones like peppered throughout. So I think I'll just gauge where we're at, and yeah. So let's start. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Let's start with EA. June 9th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Corey, lead the charge.
Oh.
All right. So we know they're bringing Battlefield. We know they're probably bringing some kind of Star Wars thing. So, and then we know they're bringing Unravel 2. But I predict.
And we also know one other thing.
What?
Isn't Anthem going to be there?
Oh, yeah, Anthem. I keep forgetting about Anthem.
We don't.
No,
BioWare's gonna die once it releases.
When I think of Anthem, I don't think of EA. I think of BioWare. It's just like, but
BioWare owns EA.
So I have
EA owns BioWare, bitch.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Strike that. Reverse it. Sorry.
So I think EA is going to surprise everybody with a new Burnout game and a new Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare game.
I'm not surprised by the latter.
Yeah,
but the former,
I like
that would be a good surprise.
Well, I mean,
the latter's not surprising because their series has been doing well. But anyways,
Burnout Remastered, Burnout Paradise
Remastered.
They also put Burnout Paradise on backwards compatibility on Xbox, and they just put Burnout Revenge on backwards compatibility on Xbox, and put both those games on sale. Mm-hmm. So
Burnout Paradise
they're not doing a Need for Speed this year, but you know they're going to have a racing game. Saying Burnout, I think there's going to be a new Burnout.
Okay. They can corner that sports market.
Moose, you want to go next, or you want me to?
I'll go next.
Nobody's going to say anything about Burnout.
I don't want to get my hopes up because if they do that, I will be happy.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. Okay. I have not played I don't think I've ever played a Burnout game.
Oh, neither have I, but I know it's going to get a lot of people excited.
I don't have an attachment to it. I've tried the remaster. I enjoyed what I played, but again, the 2018 Nerds Gone Platinum Challenge has taken that game and moved it to the side. So as soon as I get done with the challenge or next year, I will be playing that game because I liked what I played of it, but not enough to draw me into it. So if they announced a new one, that's awesome. That's cool. Bring one out in the fall. Appease the fans of the series. That's great. My prediction, like you said, they're going to show something Star Wars. It's going to be Amy Hennig's game. They've got to show that, or they've got to cut their losses
down. I thought she was done. I thought they weren't
Visceral shut down, but Amy Hennig is still.
She's still all right. Visceral shut down. Visceral was doing a game on their own. Her, like, when they announced that Visceral was done, they said, like, it was stated, like, her studio is still okay. Yeah. So
her team has been
her team has not been affected by this. So they have to show something now. What, it's been 3-4 years now. They've got it. It's been long enough. It's long enough that they have got to show some gameplay. If they don't pull a Sony and show like somebody actually playing it on stage, like you're watching the demo, but actually someone standing up there like playing it, like an on stage gameplay demo. So that's my prediction for EA. Matt, what you got?
All right. It looks like Phillips has chimed in the chat. EA has announced that Amy Hennig directed Visceral Games' Star Wars title will be refocused and developed by other EA studios while Visceral Games closes down. Okay, he just quoted the. So that's the state of.
He just confirmed that it's moved. So yeah, she's still with them and it's moved elsewhere. So thank you, Captain Canada. You're always on point.
Okay, I have two batshit predictions. I'm gonna do them both. Or I have three batshit predictions.
Wait a second. I had
for Madden, EA alone.
Madden on Switch for EA. Madden on Switch.
Please.
On that same token, I have NHL on Switch.
Ooh, that would be. See, they're like missing the point. Like Corey and I have talked about it with Madden. You don't need to do like fucking photorealistic Madden 2016, 2017.
Just give me PS2 Madden in HD.
A Madden in HD. Just have it rock like NHL. Just have it be a really good.
I don't need MLB the Show, but I will play the fuck out of some Super Mega Baseball too.
The problem is they need to, with the Switch, they need to be like, okay, we need to focus on the gameplay and the game, and the graphics come second or third. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get a game, let's get the game out there on the system. If it looks all right, then fine. But if the gameplay is phenomenal, then it doesn't fucking matter what it looks like. You know?
Right.
I'm telling you, dude, if they just gave us like somewhere between PS2 and PS3 graphics and gave us those Maddens from like the early to mid 2000s, like just give us that on Switch and I'd be okay.
I buy it on heartbeat. And especially if they did the gameplay where like it's like you just hit a button and it goes to that receiver. I don't have to tap it to lightly throw it. I don't have to hit the button hard to like do a bullet pass. It's just, hey, if I hit triangle, it's going to that receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it simple. That's the reason I stay away from Madden now, is because I tried to go back to it, and in the time I was away, they made it fucking complicated out the wazoo, and I don't have time to invest in it. So if they not dumbed it down, but made it a little bit simpler, and then just put it out with the best graphics they could, it would sell money, man. Madden on the go, they're insane not to put it on the Switch. But hockey would be awesome too, Matt. On your point,
I agree.
Hockey would be awesome. I would buy it on the Switch. I'd buy it on the Switch before I bought it on the PS4. To be honest,
I'd almost consider buying Madden just to play it again.
I mean, just use that FIFA engine. FIFA plays great.
Yeah, FIFA plays great on the Switch. But also, I thought of a fourth batshit prediction based on Corey's Burnout one. The second and third one I had, and I'm just going to say this, KOTOR Remastered, because there's been rumors about that.
There has been rumors about
that.
And
if you want to give BioWare some cash, remaster KOTOR.
Not... You know what?
Or cachet, even.
This is my statement. If you want to give BioWare more credibility...
it's like, hey, remember what we used to do?
Put out fucking KOTOR and be like, this is
in the Mass Effect trilogy.
I mean, I've also heard some people have mentioned, the Old Republic coming to consoles, but what the fuck ever.
I thought that game was like on its way out.
it's like free to play, but like apparently its player base grew and it's doing well in the MMO
Here's the thing. On the console front, you've got Terra, which just came out. Neverwinter's on there, which is doing fine, and Final Fantasy. You've got.
I understand all that, but like Star Wars is Star Wars. It would pull.
I think it would have an initial hit, and then I feel like after a while it would die off.
And then my final batshit prediction that I thought of before Corey said his burnout thing was Dead Space Remastered. Visceral's dead. I don't think it'll happen, but I would like it if it did.
Phillips is in the chat with Dragon Age Inquisition was a Universal Game of the Year winner. They've had one miss with Mass Effect 4. I could see building on that. I could see a Dragon Age game coming out.
Yeah, probably.
It's about that time. If they don't announce it this year, if they don't announce it at E3, it's got to be maybe later in the year, at the latest next E3. I have tried so many fucking times to get into that series, and I just can't. I always think Dragon Age is it's just shit. It's the B squad to the A squad that is Mass Effect.
And like I want to like Dragon Age, I can't. I've tried, I just can't.
Phillips has Captain Ken has pointed out it is being made, which I think we all know. It just not a lot of details. They said they were working on a story and the game is in development.
I mean, I could have went safe and said, "Oh, Anthem will get a release date," but I didn't.
I think the fantasy game we all want remastered from EA is Kingdoms of Amalur. Please.
Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah, I would play it on PS4, but they don't.
But my absolutely out there that Corey's burnout prediction reminded me of, EA is going to do Skate 4.
Yeah. Oh shit! Okay.
Because look, Tony Hawk has laid more than one egg in the past 5 years, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
What if, since Activision isn't working with Tony Hawk anymore, what if Tony Hawk goes to EA and they come out with Tony Hawk Skate?
Yeah, Giant Bombcast said that, and I thought that was dumb then. But I think EA is going to do. I think Skate 4 we're going to get a mention.
Yeah, I feel like Skate 4 might. Like, what if they just had a skateboard with the number 4 on it? Like, it's not even like in development. They're just like,
I mean, enough press would be like, yeah, Skate 4, which good on them. But yeah, that's EA. Anybody else have anything to add?
No, I'm ready to move on to the next one.
Okay. Yeah. Next one is Moneysoft. I mean Microsoft. I mean Micro Money. I mean the other con.
I'm gonna go first.
Is there another console?
No. Well, there's a Switch, but
yeah. Okay. Well, it's not. What's that other one? Oh, Microsoft.
Xbox.
That are down 2/3 in the race.
2 to 1.
Over.
2 to 1.
It's like 2.5 to 1.
Yeah, they're
it's almost fucking 3 to 1. God. I'll go first. We're gonna see a date for Below. So we're also gonna see a shit ton of World Console exclusive premiere, which just means it's gonna premiere on that console first because people are smart to know that their console ain't shit. So they're just going to fulfill their contractual obligation, and then as soon as they can, put the game out somewhere else. So like below, I believe Captain Canada was telling us it might have been you, Corey. No, Corey, you were the one that was saying at PAX where like the developers for Below were saying, we're it's also coming out to other consoles. Like they've gone from
they said it's Xbox first. We can't say anything else at this
right
time.
Exactly, but still it's coming somewhere else. Anyways, what
a great Switch game that would be.
Yes. My big wild card for the show is Microsoft makes Minecraft Xbox only console wise. Stops development for the Switch, stops development for the PS4 to draw some people to their console, which I don't really think it'll draw too many people.
To that point, I think they would just announce Minecraft 2 at that point and make that Xbox exclusive.
That could be it. I mean, that could be what it is. Well, I think that's probably, like you said, that's probably what it would be. Because for them to just up and remove Minecraft from all the consoles would be ridiculous. So they could do Minecraft 2 is Xbox exclusive, and then development stops for Switch and PS4 editions. But that's my predictions from Microsoft. A whole lot of world first console premieres, whatever. However they want to word it.
I have a really interesting one for Microsoft, and it's not that far out of the.
Go ahead.
So, I think Xbox looks to go semi third party. So I don't think
Go
Xbox.
on.
No, I don't think Xbox is gonna ever like put Halo or Gears or Fable or any of their or Forza or any of their like heavy hitting franchises on other platforms, right? I think they want to make sure people play those games on Windows 10 or Xbox One, right? But there's the rumor that State of Decay 2 might come to Steam at some point. There's rumors that other games might go to Steam that are Microsoft backed, but not first party technically. I think Microsoft is going to start making a play at their lesser known IP, like maybe releasing a version of Rare Replay on the Switch with all the Nintendo games in it. Or, you know, maybe they want to put Perfect Dark out, but maybe they put it on Switch and make it cross-platform. You know, some kind of thing like that. I think they're going to try to test the waters and see if they can use the Switch hardware to their advantage, or you know, to try to make up for being so far behind.
That's definitely a political play, because if they can cross play with Nintendo, they'll be like, "See, Sony's the one who doesn't want to do it."
That's what I'm saying,
and then that'll engender whatever it engenders in.
That's what I'm saying, and like you'll still have to log into an Xbox Live account on your Switch, which you already have to do to play Minecraft. But I mean, I think they're going to try to do something like that, and even like, hey, Nintendo can have Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer for Smash or Mario Kart or whatever other dumb thing they're trying to do. You know, I think Microsoft wants to try to play nice with Nintendo and use that hardware to their advantage, and I think they're going to use lesser-known IP for that.
I can see that. I can see a Rare Replay,
or even like Switch. Almost even like a tiny version of Game Pass at some point.
Okay, the One X is the 4K one, right? That's the big powerful one.
Xbox One X.
And my first prediction, and this is probably bad shit, but we are going to get a price drop on the One X.
Gosh, please! Yeah.
Well, they have to.
Great.
They have to.
But they're going to announce it. It's going to.
I wonder if they're going to try to wait to see if Sony price drops their Pro, though.
Sony doesn't need to.
I know that. I know, but
well, here's the thing: like, if Sony drops it, it'll be in response to Microsoft dropping theirs, like later in the year, like around the holiday season.
Exactly,
So
but they're going to drop the price of the One X and sweeten the pot with add-ons on top of a discount. Y'all
motherfuckers know God of War is the fucking bundled game for PlayStation 4 Pro, or even just a regular PlayStation Slim this holiday season. Yeah. They will be bundling that game.
Or Spider-Man.
With the
Spider-Man PS4 Pro.
Right. I mean, that's a freaking given. But for them to be like, we're going to drop the price, Sony will only respond to Microsoft. They're not gonna drop their price. They're not gonna say anything about
but like they're gonna drop the price and do something interesting on top of that.
Yeah.
I had two safe ones. Like, we'll finally get a committed release date on Crackdown 3, and then we'll
next spring
we'll get a committed release date on We Happy Few.
Okay. Yeah, because that's coming to the PS4 as well now.
Eventually,
same time, I think, isn't it?
No, not day.
No. My other thing too for Xbox, I think they're going to try to find a way to merge Xbox Live Gold with Game Pass and make it one subscription.
That's a good point. That's a good shout. Okay, so shall we move on to Bethesda?
Sure.
I'm going to go first. I have one batshit and two safe ones. I'm pretty sure based on the Rage 2 leak earlier today or last week. There's a Rage 2 leak. There's a trailer now. So I'm pretty sure this batshit one isn't going to happen, but I'll do it anyway. The first id game I ever played, Commander Keen gets an update.
Ooh.
I feel like there's probably several cool ways they could go with that. Don't think it'll happen, but it would be nice. I think the safe ones we're probably going to get talk of a new Doom, and then Prey DLC. I know Prey's still relatively new, but
it's not even a year old, I don't think.
But Bethesda does announce DLC at E3.
Actually, Prey is coming up on its year anniversary. Mm-hmm. Soon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it came out in May of last year. So
yeah.
There's some good predictions.
Yeah.
Corey,
what you got?
I think they're gonna tease Doom too. I'll kind of feel like the Rage 2 announcement is kind of like crossing that out because it is id Software. Mm-hmm. I think Bethesda might, depending on the sales of Wolfenstein 2 for Switch, I think they're going to try to put the first game on Switch as well. And then I think they're going to show that Starfield game and maybe show how it connects Elder Scrolls and Fallout all together, and all three of them are in one universe.
I thought about going that route too, but I'm like, you know what, this is so known at this point.
I mean, I really don't know what else they're gonna do. What are they gonna do? Yeah. Quake, like a proper Quake sequel or reboot or whatever? Like they already did Quake Champions and it didn't really pan out. Like,
I don't think that game's actually done yet.
Yeah,
I don't think they've properly released our version 1 yet.
Yeah,
it's just early access all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what else Bethesda has. Like, it's too early for Evil Within 3. It's too early for Wolfenstein 3. It's Doom 2. I thought was a safe bet until Rage 2. Like, I don't really know. Like, they're not going to announce Elder Scrolls 6 because that team's working on not
the MMO.
I don't know what else they're gonna do. You know, maybe
I don't think we're gonna get an Elder Scrolls 6.
The only like kind of far out kind of thing I could think of is if they do like a Fallout New Vegas style game with a different developer.
Yeah, and like I would love that. And I don't think it'll
secretly happen. New Vegas is the better game.
It's better than 3 and 4.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And 4 is not 4. I like 4 a lot. It's not as good as 3, but I also think like where I was in gaming when I came to 3 is different than where I was at 4. Mm-hmm. And like 3, blew my mind in all sorts of ways, but the New Vegas kind of turned that on its head, and I've had stronger feelings about it since New Vegas. I wish there would be one of those again, and I like that idea, and I hope you're right, but I don't think it'll happen either. Mm-hmm. Moose, Bethesda.
The only thing I got for Bethesda, because I had new Elder Scrolls and then Skyrim on tablets, so that was it. Yeah. That's all I got. I mean, we know they're probably going to talk about. They're going to talk about Doom 2 because
Fallout Shelter Switch.
If they put Fallout Shelter on Switch with some new game mechanics, that would be cool. That could totally be cool because the Switch is geared towards the tablet. It's kind of a tablet, so it's kind of a tablet.
What if they did Fallout 1 and 2 on Switch?
Do they own the rights to that now? Did they win those?
Bethesda does, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then they could do that. They could.
I think they own the IP. So. But if they did that,
the code could be different.
True, but what if they did that on Switch? I'll bet you Phillips would just shit himself with joy.
I mean, I could see it. They're doing Pillars of Eternity 2 for Switch. So I mean
that makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, I know that doesn't make any sense, but they are.
I mean, go ahead, but and good luck. Square, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's move on to Square.
Yeah.
Who
Kingdom
the
Hearts
hell?
3.
Who wants to go? No, we already know.
I'll go
Who
first.
Go first.
I'm thinking they're going to. Here's the thing about Square. If you're not buying Tomb Raider, and now they lost Hitman, it's like what are you going to get from them? You know what I mean? Besides Near Automata they did last year,
Which, yeah.
So
Hold your
it's
breath
like
for that.
what are you going to get from Square? And judging from their previous conference, in all honesty, it's going to be more remasters.
Yeah.
The newer remasters come out on the PS4 and the Xbox. And honestly, I'll be honest, I'm sure Square Enix looks at the Xbox and goes, fuck you, because there's not a lot of people that buy Japanese-style games on the Xbox, because mainly people that buy Xbox are, pro-American, which is not a problem. I mean, it's whatever. They want their Halo.
They're being beaten 3-1.
Yeah.
They want their Halo, they want their Gears, and they want their Forza, and that's all they want.
Like, I would bet that the best-selling Japanese game on an Xbox is fucking Dark Souls.
Probably. I
would bet on that.
Yeah. Anyways, so more remasters. I think they're going to surprise us and come out with a remaster of Vagrant Stories, or a remaster or a new version of Final Fantasy Tactics. They've got to get into their older IP well. They can't like Final Fantasy 15. I'm sure they're going to show more of Season 2, which is coming this year, which is great. And I talked to a buddy of mine who's a huge Final Fantasy fan, and he's like, Season 2 is more of the stuff. Like, they sent out polls asking what the fans want, and Season 2 is everything that I wanted in the game that was missing. So he's happy about Season 2 for Final Fantasy 15. But he actually said to me, he's like, if it wasn't for the remasters, I wouldn't be buying Square games. So it's like they need to come out. They need to revitalize some old IPs or come up with some new ones. And Dragon Quest 11 is coming out later this year. So they'll probably show that off as well, which more power to it. I have no problem with Dragon Quest. That's awesome. But you've got to like for what you put out there, you've got to come up with some more stuff. Like, you've got to take like more of a Sony approach and be like, here's some little stuff in between our bigger stuff. So little stuff in between their bigger stuff would be, here's a Vagrant Story remaster, or Vagrant Story 2. Here's Final Fantasy Tactics 2, which people have been crying for God knows how long. If they came out and said, here's a video for Final Fantasy Tactics 2, that would be awesome. But I mean, they already dropped the ball by announcing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, last week or the week before. So I mean, that's the problem. Like, that's the problem with E3. And I was talking to Captain Canada about it. He's like, I don't know anything. And I'm like, well, I'm up in the news because I try and watch the news for Nerds Gone Platinum and this show. Because sometimes we discuss the news on here, but we mainly do the news on Nerds Gone Platinum.
Yeah.
And so a lot of stuff is spoiled for me. So I have a feeling he's probably listening right now. He didn't know about Rage 2. And if he didn't talk to us, he wouldn't know about it until E3 showed. So he's not in the zeitgeist. So it's more of a surprise to him. But for people like us who are in the news,
or at least attempting to keep up.
Right. They need to do something else. You know what I mean? So
here's what I would like out of a Square Enix conference. It won't happen because this doesn't seem to be the way any of them work, be it Square, be it, Ubisoft. I feel like what Square needs to do is they need to focus their efforts, and they need to do what a magician does. They need to have both hands working at the same time. And it's almost abundantly clear they don't. Like, they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 with a title card before they even really had a director. and the guy that they tapped to direct it thought he was just directing one thing, and then they had to like pull. They had to maneuver around. So Final Fantasy VII is being directed by some person, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is being directed by this person.
The whole thing with Kingdom Hearts, though, for me is like, how much is Square pulling those strings as opposed to Disney? You know, it's the same with that Avengers project that was announced last year, and it was a title card, and the Battlefront 2 fiasco, like,
right.
But see, Avengers is being developed by Eidos.
I know.
So we don't know. Like, there's substantially less we could know. Like, they could have been doing that for a while.
I know, but I'm just like,
before anyone says it, yes, I know Square owns Eidos. I got it.
No,
but that might be what comes out of the conference. So.
I just know how excited people are for Kingdom Hearts 3, and like, I was reading an interview with the director, and he was like, yeah, we literally everything that's not a Square character, we have to run by Disney before we can continue work on that. Like, it's tripled their development time just because Disney needs to literally okay every little detail in the Disney worlds, the Disney characters, what they can and can't do. You can't show these characters dying. You can't show these characters.
Oh, you mean Disney exhibits a ridiculous amount of control over their own IP?
I know, right?
You're kidding. That happens?
No, I just like, I know a lot of people are excited for that game and keep asking where it's at. And it's just like, well, this is what to deal with. It's not like Uncharted getting farted out every 2 years, you know. It's like not that Naughty Dog farts out Uncharted games, but like, you know what I mean?
Them some good ass farts though, am I right?
Tasty. Got some corn in there.
But so my predictions for Square Enix, I feel like we're going to get more details on the Avengers game by Eidos.
Probably.
And I feel I thought of this. I'm like, what if we got another Just Cause announcement?
They do own that, don't they?
They do.
So Just Cause 4 would be cool.
I mean, they spent a long time.
I wish they would make another Mad Max game instead. But
that's WB. That's not them.
It's Avalanche, though.
Okay.
I feel like
I know what you're saying, Moose. I'm just saying, like, that studio.
I feel like a Just Cause 4 could be teased. But here's what I think needs. Getting back to what I think needs to happen, I think Square needs to exhibit using both hands. They need to do something looking at their legacy and something moving forward.
Yes, I totally agree.
They're not doing either of those.
No.
I feel like this RPG studio that's doing what I Am Setsuna and whatever other one.
Lost
Sphere. Like, okay, that's cool too. Have them do a game every 2 years, fine. But you need to show that you're working, and I don't feel like they are. I never feel like they are after any of their conferences. I mean, I remember when they announced Nier, I was like, fucking what? They have this dude with a moon on his head? And I'm supposed to be all excited? Then eventually that became one of my favorite games of last year.
That game's fucking awesome.
I'm prone to be wrong. But I also feel like if I were an investor, I don't feel like they're doing a lot to engender, please give us money to new people. I mean, I know the cult of Final Fantasy will drive whatever the cult of Final Fantasy will drive. But I feel like the only things I come up with, more details on Avengers and a Just Cause 4. Hopefully I'm right. If I'm wrong, fuck it. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I didn't did you guys both do Square? I don't remember.
I didn't do anything.
Sorry, Corey. What you got for Square?
I really don't have anything other than the obvious, except for I really do think they're trying to port Final Fantasy 15 to Switch at some point.
Which I wouldn't be surprised that they're doing.
I wouldn't be surprised, but fucking why?
Well, because they're trying to make some money.
They're trying to get them Switch dollars.
Exactly.
Yeah, but can Final Fantasy 15 run on a Switch?
Well, they could kind of. Here's the thing.
Well, they're moving the whole game over to. They're moving the whole game over to Unreal.
And you can't tell me, because Doom can.
Final Fantasy 30 frames per second.
But I don't know what kind of voodoo Bethesda is doing to get Doom or Wolfenstein to run on Switch.
I think they're sucking the devil's dick, but
I mean,
yeah.
you know.
Hey, more power to them, man. Hey,
I mean, if they do it well, fine, but
you know.
Hey, what I played of Wolfenstein at PAX played well on Switch. Maybe not the ideal way to play it, but I mean, if you only have a Switch and only want to play Wolfenstein on Switch, like it's a good version.
Yeah, I mean, if you only have a Switch, fine, play it. Okay, so Ubisoft, the weird French people.
Ooh,
let's talk about it.
I got a lot for Ubisoft.
I'm gonna go first this time, if y'all don't mind.
That's fine.
Splinter Cell. We're gonna get an announcement.
See this? See this?
I thought you'd like that. I think we're also going to get more details on Wild. What was it? Michel Ancel's game. And then my one super far out there, a new Rayman game. I would like a new Rayman game.
I have that too.
See, Corey, this is why we're buds.
I think
this is why I
think they're gonna announce the third Rayman game, same type of game, and they're gonna call it Rayman Legacy. That's my guess.
I think they'll just call it Rayman.
But other than that, I think Splinter Cell is a given, and I think we're gonna be able to still. I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see another UB Arts game besides Rayman, like Valiant Hearts, in the same kind of vein.
Valiant Hearts 2?
No, but I think he just means like that team will be doing something.
No, I know, but Valiant Hearts 2 would be cool.
And I also think that they're going to announce a Battle Royale Dark Zone for Division 2.
Oh, yeah, Division 2 could, yeah.
Or even trying to put that mode into like Ghost Recon at some point too.
What about Child of Light 2?
Yeah, did that game sell well? Like, I don't know.
I think it sold better than Valiant Hearts.
Yeah, I think it did. I mean, I'm just saying, like, maybe they could be expanding on that IP.
Yeah, hopefully.
My prediction is like, yeah.
Go ahead, Moose. Your prediction?
My prediction is a new Prince of Persia.
They've been talking a lot about it lately. They said they want to reboot it. We'll see how that goes. But
in all honesty, we will probably see it, but I don't fucking want to see it unless there's a release date attached. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I think
them. So I could see a lot more of the game to kind of be like, hey, this is where we are. This is the steps we're taking and the progress that we're making. But I care about the game, but when it's done. So Prince of Persia, I could totally see him doing.
Yeah, I hope. I don't know. I hope they learn their lesson with Assassin's Creed and just like what the ideal situation would be for Ubisoft in terms of those games. It would be like every 3 years we'd get Assassin's Creed, then Watch Dogs, then Prince of Persia.
Yeah,
kind of like the way that Call of Duty does their every 3 years. With the different developers or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else for Ubisoft. I think we know a lot, already. I wonder if they're going to bring that spaceship game or like Steep. Remember
maybe they'll do a water game called Deep.
They can't. Well, no, never mind. They probably can. Whatever.
What is Moose talking about?
I don't know. Let's move forward.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. So Sony's next. Now Sony announced, I think, a week ago, less than a week ago now, that they are not doing a traditional E3 conference. They will be focusing on the 4 games we know about, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, and Spider-Man. Sean Layden, also on the blogcast, said we will probably throw some announcements in between those 4 games. And my question is, why the fuck is that not a traditional E3 conference?
Because I think Sean Layden's going to bookend the video, and it's literally just going to be him saying, "Hey, here's our E3 showcase. Hope you enjoy it." And they're not going to stop for developers to come out.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just figured out what they're going to do. Once they actually cut to the stage or whatever, the signifier that the conference is beginning, it'll just be those 4 games back to back. But they do that weird pre-show where you see that Sid Schumann talking with whoever, and they're talking about games, and it's like a pre-conference show.
Yeah. And they announce games during that pre-conference show.
Yeah, they announced a ton of them.
And Hidden Agenda, and that's what happened last year.
Yeah, and I think that's probably where any sort of different things, specifically indie,
the problem with Sony is they're trying to like shake it up now. They're like, we've kind of done the same thing over and over and over again, and we want to shake it up.
Shake it up, or take your foot off the gas.
Well, not really take their foot off the gas, but E3 gives them the chance to really highlight the 4 studios that are doing a phenomenal job of developing the games that are going to come out soon. Like Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I'd like to see more of that. I have no problem with that showing up. You know what I mean? Because I know that's probably not going to be until like 2019, which is fine. Personally, I don't want to see fucking any of The Last of Us 2. Like, that game could just go out to pasture and fucking
If they don't show gameplay of Death Stranding, what the fuck are we doing?
Right. Personally, with Death Stranding, I don't want to know anything until there's a release date. And I don't want to see anything until it's like 6 months out, because I don't want to be teased. This
is getting ridiculous.
It is getting ridiculous, and that's the problem, and that's the thing that Sony faces, because their console's like kicking so much ass. Like, they can rely on third-party games that they don't need to put out their own games, and so it's like, just shut the fuck up until you're ready to release the game. So
I hope they announce the Order 1887.
That would be amazing. I'd love another Order. Now that I have actually played it and beaten it, and I enjoyed the story, I would love a Order sequel. I'd love it. That would be awesome.
What is Ready at Dawn doing? What are they working on?
They did that Deformers game, I thought it was. Which, like, I don't think they're doing anything. In all honesty, on Nerds Gone Platinum, we talked about Sony Bend was hiring for another game, and I think Sony, personally, in my opinion, they're probably reaching out to them to take over the Order. And so they would do, like, Days Gone and the Order, and then, like, another Days Gone sequel if it sells well. Because I personally feel like Days Gone...
Did Ben do the Order?
No, Ready at Dawn did the Order.
Ready at Dawn did the Order.
But like Ready at Dawn kind of like moved on, and it's Sony's IP. So I think Sony is like, we need somebody that can do shooters better, which is Sony Bend with they did Siphon Filter, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think they're kind of like severing their ties with Ready at Dawn in an amicable way, like, not like, we hate you, get the fuck out of here, but
maybe they're just letting them do a new thing better.
Yeah, I mean, Ready at Dawn could be moving on to something else, but I feel they're gonna take, because Days Gone has got to be done. They just moved it out to next year simply because they had too much to come this year. They had God of War coming, they've got Spider-Man coming, and I bet you either at E3 or at PSX, they're going to have like a surprise game that's going to be coming out from Sony, whether it's third party or indie, that there's going to be focus for. And so they're like, let's just put more polish on Days Gone into the future, so it allows Sony Bend to develop something else. Part of that team could take over something else, and I think that's going to be the Order. So I think Sony Bend is eventually going to take over the development of the Order sequel, if it is in play and they're taking over, or they might just be starting it. You know what I mean? So
Okay, all right. So we've gotten a lot of dialogue here.
I know there's a lot of. I haven't even talked about my predictions.
Beyond the Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and Last of Us 2, and Spider-Man, Corey, what are your predictions?
I think they're going to bring back one. I think they're going to announce a sequel or a reboot in an IP in their stable. I think it's either going to be Siphon Filter, Resistance, or The Order.
Okay.
I think it's time for one of those to come back.
Oh, there's a big one I got right here, man.
I like that. That's a good prediction. Anything else?
No, that's it. I mean, like, I think Sony's talked about so much of what's coming that it's hard to predict,
Yeah.
unless they do like a Jack and Daxter reboot or remaster the way they did Crash, but like I don't know.
I don't think they're focused on that.
I don't think they need to.
I agree. I don't think they need to either. But that would be like the only other thing I could think of.
I think Insomniac would be focused on a like legit sequel to the game that came out on PS4, or something new. Like Sony would have them moving in a new direction. Like it wouldn't be a remaster.
Why are you bringing up Insomniac?
Yeah. I said Jack and Daxter, not Ratchet.
Jack and Daxter
I'm sorry. I don't think they're going to do anything with Jack and Daxter.
No, I agree with you. Moves.
Apologies.
Predictions. That's fine. That's cool.
It's not cool. You're fired.
So
no, he's not.
So no. Blue Point is working on something.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Okay.
Souls.
I think it's going to be Demon Souls, but they've also said it's larger than. So here's the thing. It can be Demon Souls. My other prediction is they're the ones that are actually working on Medieval. But is Medieval more of a taking on than Shadows of the Colossus? Because that's what they said. They said we're taking the new game we are doing is a more of a it's more engaging.
It's a bigger game than
Shadow of the Colossus. A bigger game than Shadow of the Colossus, which I don't think Medieval
we have to define bigger at that. What is
right? Exactly. So I really think Blue Point is doing Demon Souls. My other thing that Sony could come out from left field with is Wipeout. So they did the collection most recently, and I feel I think it did well enough for them to expand on. I mean, they did the VR. So they did a VR version of it. So I think we could get a new Wipeout game. And then I also had From Software's next game will be announced on Sony stage. Because that is really, like, what conference are they going to be at? They're not associated with other developers, other publishers. They're sure as shit not going to show up on the Microsoft stage. Maybe Nintendo's, but I think their next game is going to showcase on the Sony stage.
And two of the three of those are identical to mine. Blue Point's doing Demon Souls. Info on Shadows Die Twice, if that's even a title or what it is. And then my safe one was we get a release date for Code Vein. I feel like we'll get that on Sony stage more than we will.
We could see that at Xbox. I mean, if Xbox has it, that would be crazy. But
which good for them.
Well, and I say good for them.
Yeah, which two batshit ones that I have, and Moose is gonna either love me or hate me for this one. Bloodborne 2 announced.
Well, that was my extreme wild card for E3 was Bloodborne 2 announced.
And then the other one is Infamous remasters. So like the 1 and 2, which I would like because I think those games are great.
What if Blue Point was working on those remasters, like a remaster of the Infamous games? Do you think that's larger than Shadow of the Colossus?
No.
Remaster? No?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I mean,
see, that's the thing. Like, how do you define that?
Yeah,
how do you define what is a larger?
I feel like there's the Souls games in general have a community behind them, in very much in the same way that like. Actually, I don't know if this is very much in the same way at all, But I feel like the way I feel about Souls games is very much the way Shenmue fans feel about Shenmue, or Final Fantasy fans feel about Final Fantasy, or even Pokemon fans feel about Pokemon.
I'd say you're pretty much on point with that statement.
Like,
yeah.
But I feel like if I'm Blue Point, I'm not going to say, "Hey, I got something bigger than Shadow of the Colossus that I'm working on," and it's Infamous. I don't really. I feel like that. True. I feel like that is the wrong kind of bull to put.
I think Sony could remaster them on their own, like
exactly.
on the side,
yeah.
and like you said, like they're like it can't point towards Demon Souls. You know what I'm saying? Like Blue Point's game, like has to be Demon Souls.
Like either that, or it is something you and I are not thinking of.
Nobody's thinking about. Not just you and I. Nobody out there is fucking thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe that I would be shocked if it wasn't Demon Souls. You know.
Yeah. So. And if it's not, I'm looking forward to what it is because.
Yeah, whatever it is, bring it, buddy. I'll buy it.
Yeah. I mean, what's bigger than what people were claiming for a while is the greatest game of all time?
I mean, they could fucking dig deep, you know, in that IP. Well, I mean, I was just watching. I mean, it could be. Oh, nah, never mind. I mean, it would be cool. I'd like to see Sony bring back some of their games. Like, fucking, what if they were doing Mod Nation Racers?
There's 1/3 of us that would be happy, and that's me.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
I just haven't played the game. You can't discount my happiness because I haven't played Mod Nation Racers. But if they remastered that, I'd be like, that's cool. Let's go for it, you know?
I agree.
Yeah,
the next actual conference and the final actual conference is Nintendo. Corey, all due respect, you're going last because you are the one who knows the most here. I have two safe ones and a batshit one. I feel like
I just have a batshit one. I don't even have safe because I don't know I don't know it that much.
I feel like Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4 will be dated at E3. Bayonetta 3 will come out this year.
Okay.
And Metroid Prime 4 will come out next year.
Mm-hmm.
What about a remasters for the previous 3 games? You think they want to make more money on that?
I don't know. I'm just that was what
Kotaku reported that they will be showing a Metroid Prime trilogy collection.
Which fine. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Which now I can say, yeah, I knew that. And then my batshit one is an XCOM port for Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
Especially
of the first game.
XCOM Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within.
Yeah.
Which are basically Enemy Unknown.
I bet it'll be the iPad version.
So yeah, that'll work.
I mean, if they did Enemy Unknown Plus, fucking fine. Another reason for me to play XCOM. I'm in. Let's do it. Because XCOM Enemy Unknown Plus was basically Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within.
I'm just gonna say like anything from Nintendo is a wild card for me because I don't follow them that much.
I mean, I figure as long as you stay away from Pokemon Smash and
I mean, we could get a new
Animal
Pokemon
Crossing
game.
You're good. Well, we already know one's coming.
But my prediction is a Legend of Zelda in the Breath of the Wild engine game. Like, hey, because they're going to realize, I think Nintendo is working towards realizing that, hey, yearly things are not bad as long as it's not like a major addition of the game. So, hey, we could put out a Zelda game. It doesn't have to be a sequel to Breath of the Wild, but it's something in the Zelda universe that gamers would want to play. And I would love to play a Legend of Zelda game remastered in the Breath of the Wild engine. So I think they might move towards something like that. Maybe something with Super Mario, you know, like, or they could come out with DLC for Super Mario, because that just came out this year, didn't it? So
Last year, yeah.
later last year.
Mhm.
So I mean, they could be like, here's some DLC for that, or hey, here's Super Mario 64 completely remastered in the Odyssey engine or something, So I could see them pushing to cash in on those names without having to produce a whole new game and invest in a whole new edition of that game. So,
Okay.
so that's all I got for Nintendo. Because, like I said, I haven't followed them in like forever. So I'm like you said, Corey probably has the most dogs in that fight, or the most knowledge.
I think his insight will be the closest thing.
Right, exactly.
This show can get.
Right, because So Corey, what you got going on for Nintendo?
Okay, I have a lot written down, but I'm only going to go over a couple because we've been kind of running long, and we could probably talk another hour about Nintendo stuff. But Metroid Prime HD trilogy, I think, will be announced. I think a third Donkey Kong Country game is going to be announced. Maybe not at E3. Well, I would like them to announce it at E3, but I think that's going to be more of a October direct for next year.
Yeah.
Pokemon will be shown. 2 versions will be out this year. My original one was Retro is working on Star Fox, and then 95 outlets today just reported that Retro is working on Star Fox. So
Jesus.
So
yeah.
Well, I mean, good guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really an insider, guys. I know all the things. I think Link's Awakening remake will be announced in the engine of A Link Between Worlds, and it will be for 3DS and not Switch.
Which is dumb.
Yeah. I think they're going to show Fire Emblem as well. I think that's going to be their third big game this fall.
Yeah,
Smash.
Well, I was doing some research, and it seemed like everyone knows a Fire Emblem game is being worked on.
Yeah, well, they announced it at the announcement.
Did they?
For Switch, that they have one in development, and then I think a lot of people were like, "Whoa, slow down! You just gave us like 5 Fire Emblem games in 3 years. Let's slow down a little bit."
Slow your roll.
So I think they are holding it for people to get excited for Fire Emblem again.
Yeah.
And then they're going to show that Yoshi game is going to be dated, and then I think I think they're going to announce Wave Race 4 for Switch.
All right.
So because that's been talked about for like at least 3 or 4 months now, how they want to make another Wave Race and bring back those old sports games for Switch. So Wave Race and 1080, I think, are plausible ideas.
1080, I fucking forgot about that game.
I think both of those games are plausible. Maybe not announced, but like I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Animal Crossing, I think, is a given.
Yeah.
And then I think they're going to feature some third-party stuff, and I think they're going to have a lot of stuff from, not a lot, but a couple games from Bethesda, and I think GTA 5 is a safe bet for Switch.
You think it's coming?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's a secret that it's coming. I think they want to.
Is it like going to be a GTA 5 without the GTA Online?
Probably.
I think they'll launch GTA for Switch, and then when the Nintendo Switch Online stuff goes up, then that's when they'll launch their online stuff. Although the online stuff for a lot of Take-Two, the games, and there's something else they released last year that worked well online, but like all the NBA 2K stuff worked really well online, like the what is it, the street court stuff, I forget what it's called, but
NBA Playgrounds?
no, for NBA 2K18, the the story mode stuff, and then the hub world where you could like play basketball with other people, like that worked pretty well. Not that a basketball court is the size of a GTA city or anything, but you know. So.
Now, so that's all the conferences. Do we have any miscellaneous predictions that really couldn't be addressed by any of the conferences? Because I have one.
What's your one?
Well, I got into it a little bit with Ed today on Facebook because why not? But I backed Bloodstained on Kickstarter. That's the new Metroidvania game from Koji Igarashi, who developed Symphony of the Night. And that's where I learned like months ago that the prequel game was going to come out soon. And the one thing that they've said in the last like 4 or 5 updates is that release date coming soon, release date coming soon, release date coming soon. But it's been worded in a way that like the reveal of that is imminent. I think we get a Bloodstained Ritual.
I mean, that's cool.
I feel like we get a Bloodstained Ritual of the Night release date at E3.
Okay.
Now, I know that like more often than not with Kickstarters, they reveal to their backers first. But like this one's big enough that it's like Mighty Number 9 big, where if you say Keiji Inafune, most of the harder core video game fans know who he is. Like they know that hey, that's the guy who did Mega Man. Like they know Koji Igarashi did Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood and other Castlevania games that moved it forward from what the series was before. So I feel like we'll get a release date then, because a lot of the time it's been saying 2018, like last year it was saying, oh, we're confirming it for next year.
Didn't they announce it in 2015?
They announced it a long time ago, but like with Kickstarters, like,
and listen,
yeah, more often than not, when they announce that they're doing a Kickstarter, they have a basic idea and that's it. They haven't
like and personally for me, no pressure.
Yeah,
so I saw this game, I didn't back it myself, just because I don't try and back things on Kickstarter just because sometimes they go south. So when I saw it coming out, I'm like, all right, well, it's going to be 3-4 years out. When I look at a Kickstarter game, I build in that time. I'm like, it's going to be a while before we see the end of it. Like Chasm. Chasm was announced, I think, in 2013, 2014. It's 4 years later, and now they say, quote unquote, August, and hopefully it comes out in August. But that's 4 years after it's announced. And I think the problem is a lot of Kickstarter people, and maybe not Kickstarter, but a lot of fans, they like see these games and they're like, I want it now, like yesterday. And it's like, that's not how it works. Like they're going to Kickstarter because they're trying to show investors, they're either trying to get the money from Kickstarter itself, or they go to Kickstarter like he did for Bloodstained to say, there's a fan base here, and we can get money from Kickstarter from the fans to say, here's the support. And then if we get enough support from them, those investors will invest money. And I believe that's what happened with Shenmue 3 and with Bloodstained.
With Bloodstained, Koji Igarashi in the Kickstarter video, he's like, look, we have a backer that wants to make this game.
Right.
What we
just needed interest.
What we don't know is how many people want to buy it.
Right. Exactly.
And what I loved about that video is like he was like, there's a lot of people who talk about my games positively, but I know that talk is cheap, and my backer wants to know how cheap is this talk. So I'm coming here. Everybody, like, I think he's like, I'm not doing a $1 bid where you can. And I don't have Kickstarter up in front of me, so I can't quote all this, but I'm pretty sure he said, look, the minimum backing of this Kickstarter is a copy of the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think the minimum was 60. Now I backed it for 150 because I wanted the art book, because all that shit looked cool, and other things that came with it. I will get a PS4 copy of the game when it releases. Of this prequel, I chose to get that on Switch because A, I want something to play on my Switch. B, if I like it, I'll buy it on PS4 and support the man. Because Rondo of Blood, Symphony of the Night, they are two of my favorite Castlevania, Metroidvania games ever.
Right.
And, that alone gets my money to Koji Igarashi, him and his hat and his whip.
Right. And like, you look at Kickstarter
shirt.
games, like Blasphemous, which I haven't supported, but I follow on Facebook and I share their stuff all the time because their game just looks fucking tremendous. And they've even expanded. Like, they've gone from just being like, from my understanding, Steam and maybe a console. Now they're like, we're going to be on Steam, all the consoles, and even Switch. So it'll be on Switch, but I'll still probably buy it on PS4. I mean, I don't know. I'm still up in the air, I mean, it's whatever. These games that are being announced later and later in the PS4's life cycle, nothing against the PS4, but I have a Switch now, and it's like, I might buy it there. Like, I want it, when I saw Wizard of Legend, it was on the PS4 blog, it was the PlayStation blog, but then they said it was coming to Switch, and I'm like, I might just buy it on Switch, so I have something to play on my Switch. So I might wait for Blasphemous on my Switch, but then it might also be another thing where it's like, you can get it on PS4, or you might wait 6 months to a year to get it on Switch, depending on how development goes, and that's the slippery slope that you're on with Switch, is like, when is it going to come out? Because even the Dark Souls Remastered got delayed on Switch, which, hey, take your time to polish the game. I love that. I'm always in that camp. A better game later is better than a shitty game now. Give me a better game later. Just take your time. If you need to delay it, fucking delay it out the wazoo. But I was gonna buy it on PS4 anyways, Yeah.
Same here.
Just because of my dark pact of the 2018 challenge. But
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So,
well, you are welcome. I did bring you into this.
I know. It's all your fault. I think I stumbled into it when I started playing Bloodborne, and then us talking about it and really diving into it. Like I was already looking down the rabbit hole. It was kind of like, hey, that looks like a place to go.
You're like, you look
down
that hole, and you're like, man, I don't want to go down there, but that looks there's something that makes me keep looking. And then I turned into patches and kicked you down it.
Right, exactly. So, I feel like Bloodstain, I take their time developing, but I could see this being a year that they announce a release date. Because it would be about 4, at the most 5 years. Because he might have started developing before he went on to Kickstarter. Because if I understand, correctly, he had art, he had all that stuff, and he announced it on Kind of Funny.
He announced it. He announced it in a public place,
right. And so it was announced there, and I believe that was 2014, 2015. It was 2015, I think. So because it was Kind of Funny Games, it was one of their first scoops or whatever. Yeah. And then the Kickstarter sold out like crazy, and so I was like, Kickstarter is still shady to me, so that's why I don't support things there. So I will be honest, this would have been the first game I would have supported had it not met. If it was we're 2,000 people away from meeting our goal, I probably would have invested in it. You know what I mean? To try and help them get there. But
I was where you're at with Mighty Number 9. I'm like, look, I went and looked at Kickstarter and looked at what it is.
Yeah.
And by that time, Mighty Number 9 was already funded. I'm like, all right, I'm going to see how this turns out. Now, Mighty Number 9 turning out the way it did, which it did not get acclaim. It might have gotten acclaim somewhere, but not a lot of places.
Yeah.
That made me hesitant to back Bloodstain. But then all I thought about was this. Which game do I like better at this point in my life? Do I like a Metroidvania or do I like a Mega Man game?
Metroidvania.
And Metroidvania is where I was at that time. And the updates I've gotten, like I'm usually I read every single one of them. I usually read them late, but the cool thing about Kickstarter is they update you very they update you coherently and they update you thoroughly. Now, I've backed more board games on Kickstarter than anything else. I've only backed one video game. I backed my record player and I backed my Solaire hoodie on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And I backed board games because these were board games that sounded like a theme I was cool with, like this one. It's called Nemesis. It's basically Dead Space, the board game. So I'm like, yes. And then there was one, I think it's called X Chronicle or Chronicle X, which is another variation on XCOM. Now, I recognize there is an XCOM board game, but this sounded more XCOM-y in a way I like than just ripping XCOM, the board game. Okay. And so I backed it. I backed the Dark Souls board game. I backed a new game by that developer, Steamforged, because it sounds like a skirmish game that's really fucking cool, but it's separated enough that it's not like anything I've ever heard of, so I want to try it. And Steamforged makes cool shit. Like, Dark Souls is a cool board game, Guild Ball is a cool board game, and I can't wait to play God Tier. And then I backed this other game, Edge of Darkness, which is just by far the most cerebral board game I've ever really looked into. So I actually just said, you know what? I'm throwing this. I'm getting the minimum out of this. I'm going to learn this game and try and play it with anybody who's around. Hopefully my girlfriend will get involved because it's hard to make friends at playing board games. It really is. You think playing games online is hard? Try getting people to come to your house. It's creepy.
A little bit, but yeah.
But like, with Kickstarter, the cool thing is, you will always know what's going on unless the person who started that Kickstarter is shitty. Like the Yogscast people who walked away like months after, like they were dark for like 6 months before anybody got a word out of them saying, yeah, this isn't being made and you're not getting your money back because we don't have to pay you back. Yeah, that's shitty.
That was what game was that? That was the.
It was it was a Yogscast game. Like the Yogs people are YouTubers, and someone was making a game based on that. It just sounded super dumb. And then there have been plenty of other Kickstarters that have gone dark and nobody's really, dug into it. But yeah, I mean, with Kickstarter, it's a mixed bag. I'm thankful that I haven't gotten into anything shitty, but I've also looked at the people who have developed Kickstarter. Like when Dark Souls was kickstarted, I looked at that developer, and they had kickstarted another board game prior to that, which is Guild Ball, and they're still developing content for that today. Now, at the time, they were in their like second or third season of Guild Ball development after release. So I was like, okay, these guys are still working, and they're still paying attention to their community's needs. I will back this project, which is why I backed another project by them. So the only piece of advice regarding Kickstarters is do your research. Now, for the people who back Shenmue, like that's a weird case because Shenmue was on Sony's stage, so clearly Sony gave them money.
Yeah, some developer money.
Like And it's probably an Igarashi situation where we want this to be made, but we also want to know who the fuck cares about it.
Yeah.
So and everybody came in their pants about it, and Shenmue was backed thousands of % over fist. So naturally it was going to get made, but you also have to remember there was nothing there before that Kickstarter. So that game won't be there anytime soon.
I mean, that was the same year the Final Fantasy remake was announced.
Yeah.
I mean, they just like were like hit after hit after hit with that, like what they had coming out, and
and all they had was a remake of like a trailer.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean they have a game ready.
Right. And that's the thing. Like when this stuff gets announced, the problem with gamers is they're like, I want it now, want it now, want it now, want it yesterday, and that's the pressure that's created. Mm-hmm. And I give mad props to the developers that are like, nope, we're just gonna do our thing. We're gonna make our game. We're gonna make it the best we can make it, and it'll be out when it's out. Like the team that is doing Chasm has said that. I'm sure the team that's done Death's Gambit is doing that as well. Because you look at their game and you can tell it's not being like it's like meticulously being developed. Like there is a lot of time involved in there instead of just trying to rush it out to get something out. So
look at Hollow Knight on Switch.
Right. Which
the game still ain't come out yet.
It hasn't come out yet, and we all thought it was going to be like January, February, or whatever. And I'm fine with that. Take your time.
Yeah, I will say, you know what? You take what you got to do.
Give me the best game you could possibly give me, and I will be 100% with that.
I will be 100%. I'm not happy to wait, but I'm still happy to wait.
The other thing is, like, we have plenty to play. Like, we sit here and we talk about these E3 predictions, and we talk about, like, hey, what could this person do? What could this person? The main thing to come out of it is we're gonna get a massive amount of games.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, even if my predictions are totally 100% wrong, it's not going to matter to me because I'm still going to hear about games that'll be.
Why like, your predictions so special? Why can't I be 100% wrong?
Well, you can be 100% wrong if you want.
What about Corey?
Corey's always 100% right. He's the boss.
That's true.
So, like, the main thing coming out of E3 is even if you don't hear about the stuff you want to hear about, you'll hear about, like, things you're already excited about, or it's just stuff in general. And, like, I kind of hope, like, Sony kind of, like, I'd like to see them do some indie, like, some showcase of indie games. And I kind of miss their, hey, it's available now. You know what I mean? Like, here's a game that's available now that you can buy on our marketplace. That would be awesome, So, I'm just excited to see what E3 has to entail for us. So that's about it. That's all I gotta say, man.
Corey, we haven't heard from you in a while. You still alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's just
you've been quiet, and we haven't even been talking about music.
I know. He's
all right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Just listening. Just kind of tired, to be honest with you.
Anything to add?
No.
You want to get out of here?
Not really, but it is.
Okay, well then
it is after midnight.
I mean, I never want to leave. So even when I'm tired, I'm like, I don't want to leave, but
I know it sucks that we like start so late because I like want to hang out with you guys like all night. And
I'd like to tell you that it's not our fault, Corey. It's that other motherfucker's fault.
No, it's definitely my fault this week. But see, here's the thing. I took a shift on a Monday because someone else was going to take my Friday, so I could hang out with this. So I could hang out with this moose motherfucker, whoever.
We're hanging out Friday, motherfucker. Yeah.
And Mondays and there are two. Like, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here about my job.
Okay.
I'm an X-ray tech. And I work in an urgent care facility, which means not only do I do X-rays, I have to check people in and out because we're not doing X-rays all day.
Correct.
Anyway, the weekends, it's PSA for anybody out there, if you have to go to urgent care ever, and I'm saying this ever, there are several things that I want to tell you just so it'll help move the process along. One, bring a photo ID. Because there are so many people that are like, man, I didn't bring an ID. I'm like, why are you driving without a photo ID?
Mm-hmm.
This seems like, I mean, I don't know. I'm probably from a different generation. But bring a photo ID. Bring your insurance card. After that, have money, because urgent care almost across the board is going to have a copay. Be it $10, be it $20, be it up to $170. That's the highest I've seen an urgent care copay. Have the copay. If not, expect at least $150 for a self-pay visit on top of whatever else you might need. I don't have time to go into that. Thirdly, expect to wait unless you're getting there when the facility opens. The facility I work for opens at 9 every single day. And at 9, every time I'm there are 6 people minimum waiting a half hour before I can let them in. In fact, most of them get there before I do. And I walk up, unlock the door, and then lock the door behind me. And they're like, why are you locking the door? I'm like, because I can't let you in yet. We don't have a doctor. We don't have a nurse. What's the point of you coming in? Go back to your car. Relax a minute. Also, don't show up a half hour before they close. The reason I say that is everybody shows up late. If you're showing up a half hour before they close, don't be surprised if they say they can't see you. They're not trying to deny you service, but they probably have 4 or 5 patients that are already there for reasons that are going to take a bit, and then they won't be able to go home. They've been there all day. I'm sorry, but it sucks. If you've been sick for 2 weeks, don't wait till a half hour before the urgent care closes to go. And then finally, be prepared to wait. Nothing is quick. This ain't like going to McDonald's. This ain't like going to Walmart where you just need to go to the freaking express lane and check out. You can't walk in saying, yeah, I need an antibiotic. Well, we can't give you an antibiotic unless we test you. And just because you say you need an antibiotic doesn't mean you need an antibiotic. If you know you need an antibiotic and you're a doctor, different story. If you're not a doctor, sorry, we have to test you first. Just expect all this because so many people don't. And I get, as a person who checks people in and out of urgent care, I get yelled at about this more times than I feel like I should. And I try not to be shitty to them, but at the same time, you don't need to talk to me that way. You don't need to yell at me because I'm just telling you how this works. Also, if the person at the desk tells you your copay and you don't like it, it's not their fault. It's your insurance's fault. Because we're only telling you what your insurance tells us. And if your insurance tells me you have a $100 plus copay, I'm not just saying, yeah, I don't want to see you, so I'm going to hike up the price. I'm saying this is what your insurance tells me. So also, basically, this all amounts to just take what you get and try and be decent about it. If you don't like it, walk out. Because we know it sucks. I don't like telling someone they have a high copay. I don't. Because I know that person just wants to be seen. They just want to get better. Don't be shitty.
Yeah.
Please don't
be a dick.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I don't like that you're sick. I don't like it. It doesn't make me happy. Sure, it pays my rent, but at the same time, like, I don't want people to be sick. I want to make people better. That's why I went into healthcare. That's all. I love you. I promise.
Yeah.
Don't be shitty about it.
Yeah, be awesome.
Well, you don't have to be awesome because people, when you're sick, it's hard to be awesome. But like, just
That's the only
understand.
time you shouldn't be awesome. Just understand.
Yeah, like just try and be just accepting of the circumstances. It's not anybody out to get you.
Right.
Well, maybe your insurance company is, but I got nothing to do with that. I don't know. Also, the last thing I'll say is if you Corey, this will be some advice that you can take. If you have young children, young children, when they get sick, their sickness, and I don't know the science behind it, but their sickness is like hyper concentrated and super strong. So if your kids get sick, expect to get sick. Figure out over-the-counter stuff. And when your kids get sick, start taking stuff prophylactically. Like start taking stuff in the event of you getting sick. Mainly because your kid gets a cough and a cold, you gonna get it. I promise you that. Your kid gets strep throat, the mother or father, brothers, sisters, one of y'all is going to get it. So just like if you have to take one kid to the doctor and they find out you have a positive strep, just say, hey, what can I get the rest of my family prophylactically to take, and so I don't have to do this multiple times. Sometimes with certain things, we have to wait for symptoms. But just be prepared to get sick if you have children, because I did multiple rotations. Moose is falling asleep. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? Oh, he's awake now.
Taking a nap.
You're pulling a me. Now that you got your annual review and you could just sleep on the job. I see how it is. But if you have kids,
I thought this was a gaming podcast. We're talking about fucking healthcare. Who cares? Fucking take your kids to a doctor, not the urgent care.
Urgent cares are staffed by doctors. Don't do see Moose is being shitty.
Nobody cares. It's in the podcast.
I filibuster this shit all night long.
Nobody cares.
But like, just
it's midnight. Nobody cares.
It's 12:20. Be specific.
Midnight.
Who's gone rogue after me? Okay, I don't remember the rest of my rant now.
Exactly, because I feel like Matt had built up this rant. It was
Matt's rant went so long his brain stopped caring.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know anymore, guys. I don't like his eyes went into the back of his head and he just was like, woof, just go on. We love him. We love him. But it's like, listen, people that listen to this show know how to properly take care of themselves and their kids. They ain't showing up at no fucking urgent care. Like, I'm going to get here a half hour before they close, or I'm not going to have an ID. We're all we're all adults here. I carry an ID with me. I don't go to the urgent care right before they close. I'll wait.
And the only reason I say that is because
I'm supposed to go and show up.
Because like tonight, for example,
Jesus,
we close at 9. 4 people show up at 8:30, and they're like, "Man, I've been sick for 2 weeks." I'm like, "You're waiting until 8:30 on a goddamn Monday?" It's infuriating. I'm just saying.
I'm really fucking easygoing because I wouldn't care. I'd be like, "You want to show up at 8:30? That's fine, you dumb fuck." That's what I would call them. Like, people at work get so worked up about stuff, and I'm like, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, listen, I know they're idiots, and they've been sick for. But
they're gonna keep me after I've been working for 12 hours. They're gonna keep me there for 14.
Well,
that's why I'm saying it.
All right. I can't say
that's
what I want to say. That's
all I'm saying.
I can't say what I want to say, so.
No, go ahead, please. I'm just letting you know my perspective.
I understand your perspective.
Okay, now what do you want to say?
You create your own reality.
Is this some red pill blue pill shit?
Maybe.
Is that what you're doing?
I think everyone's just delirious because Moose worked 13 hours.
But
the little moose had to work 13 hours with no break. Welcome to my fucking life.
Whoa, Matt, you use a microphone?
Listen, buddy. I didn't write your life for you. I didn't tell you to be an X-ray technician.
I feel like if you wrote it, I would have turned out better.
Probably. I would have gave you, you would
have gave me RPG elements. I get it.
It's like the people at work that complain about our jobs at work, and it's like, nobody's holding the gun to your head to work the fucking job. All right? So if you want another job, get out there and find another job. Unless you're looking for another job.
This is the duality.
Welcome to Nerds Gone Jobcast.
I still really like my job,
well, then shut the fuck up.
No, that's not it, Moose. That's not it. No, it really isn't. You can like your job and still have problems with it.
Yes, because I like
you can have problems with it because you like your job.
But I don't talk about my problems.
Well, that's your prerogative. I have to get shit out. That's all.
All right.
If Corey wants to edit this out, he can.
I'm just telling.
Do I think he's that proactive?
I'm just telling you. Find a job where you don't have to be there till 8:30 at night on a 12-hour shift, and bitches are fucking rolling up in there after 2 weeks of being sick, being like, "I'm sick."
Yeah. No, I know.
All right.
I have to be there till 9 at night.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying. Everything is that easy, isn't it?
Reality. Actually, it is.
It's not going to be easy getting up for work in the morning.
I know, because somebody keeps talking about his job. I don't know. When was the last time we talked about a game? Oh. For the listeners out there, Matt is gone. He's upset. He left.
I still have to edit Nintendo Power Block tonight so I can go up on time.
Oh, Corey.
I'm
sorry. Anyways,
are we supposed to end the show now? Like, what's happening?
I think we're definitely not doing 20 questions.
No, I'm not. No, we are not doing 20 questions.
I think that's it. Listen, get out there, enjoy E3 when it pops off. Have fun with it. Oh, now he comes back. Now he comes back with two fingers, trying to act like he loves the listeners. He doesn't love the listeners. He fucking left. He was like, "I'm out of here. I don't care.
Dude,
I don't care anymore."
Your abuse, Moose.
I know you don't need my abuse. I'm not abusing you. Just go to bed.
Then go to bed. No one's keeping you here. There's no gun to your head. Oh, you create your own reality. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right then.
Take us out of here. Get us out of this mess.
Corey, you're the one that started the live chat. I can't stop this train.
But you're the host.
What does that matter anymore?
Oh, but we love when you host.
I know. It makes my job a lot easier.
I don't believe you, Moose.
I do love when you host. I'll be honest, man. You in the year that I've been here,
I still have 3 shows to edit, and I have to get up early.
You've done a great job of trimming it down. We've done a good job of focusing this laser of awesomeness. That's how I'm going to put it.
I'll be 100% real. You're lucky I have to pee right now.
Well, end it.
This has been Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 95. According to Corey's title, it's good to be alive.
I don't know about the last 20 minutes.
Hey, man. We're working in urgent care for the past 5 days. I need to
my gosh.
Just deal with it.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry I can't be Mr. I'm happy with my job because I have a new job, Dierig, or I create my own reality, Moose, which is fucking bullshit. But you could find, I'm not even going to let them talk anymore. So you could find Moose on the internet at Svhenn. It is Svhenn on Instagram and Svhenn on the PlayStation Network and Twitter. And I can't mute him because I can't use my left hand for shit. Corey, you can find at Rogue Spartan 4 on PS4. I don't know what his Xbox tag is because
It's the same.
Xbox. Whatever. And you can find him at Cordy in HD on Instagram and Twitter as well. I am Matthew Keel. You can find me at Infinite_Rewind on every social media platform I choose to be on. If you are talking to someone named Infinite_Rewind that isn't connected to this dumb face, saying the dumb shit that I normally say, or talking about vinyl, they're probably going to show you their penis, and I have no connection with that because it's probably more impressive than mine. This has been Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 95. Somewhere in there, that's what we think is going to happen at E3 2018, for better or for worse. And hopefully,
also your daily lesson on Philadelphia healthcare system.
No, the Philadelphia healthcare system, that's a different goddamn thing, and I don't want to go there.
Watch, I have to go to the Philadelphia ER. Like, I'll go visit him, and something will happen, and I'll have to go to urgent care, and I'll be like, fuck.
And I'll be like, how you going to be, Moose? How's this going to go? You going to be good? You going to be shitty?
I'll have my Switch with me.
The long story short is, if you are in a situation that is of any inconvenience, the worst thing you can do is be shitty about it. Just don't be shitty. Long story short.
Don't be a
Have
dick.
a good night. Have a good night. Don't be a dick. Don't be shitty. Banana and out.
You're welcome.
Now we're starting the broadcast.
All
What
is this Mambo? That's cool.
Oh, are you looking at the new Switch games?
Stuff on sale.
Stuff on sale. The fall is supposedly pretty good. It's only like $6.29.
Yeah, I think I have it on PS4, so I'd probably buy the sequel on PS4 just to continue getting all the trophies and stuff.
What was the Advance Wars like game? It wasn't Tiny Troopers, was it?
On the Switch?
Yeah.
I could have swore. Oh no. Hold on a second. It's like Iron. Hold on. Let me look it up. Because it's on whatchamacallit. It's on PS4 as well.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Ooh, Hyrule Warriors up for pre-purchase. Dude, did you see that something leaked too about a Metroid Prime HD trilogy?
Which wouldn't be so shocking, but that would be awesome.
And they're going to include Metroid Prime 2's online multiplayer.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. It's not great, but it's cool. Yeah, somebody else reported on that too. Kotaku's like, Eurogamer reported on that, I think.
Cool.
Which they usually have a pretty high. Man, Star Fox racing game. What is that even going to be? What is this terrible decision?
Tiny Metal. That's what it is. The game's called Tiny Metal. Yeah,
I knew it had the word tiny in it, but
yeah, I knew. I just couldn't remember what it was, so I didn't even attempt. Like, I was like, like, I should know the name. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I couldn't think of it. So
yeah,
it's like, I've seen it before. I heard it's good. I just haven't tried it yet. Look, I haven't touched my Switch in a while, so I think I'm
Yeah,
probably
I haven't
going to
really
buy
played
that.
anything.
Well, yeah, you haven't played anything. But I think I'm going to do Wizard of Legend and then just go from there on, like, what else to buy from there. I might pick up Mario Odyssey soon.
Yeah. The next game I'm looking forward to is Captain Toad, and I hope my baby stays in until that game comes out, because
When's that coming, Captain Toad?
July 13th. Did you see that
When's
Black
the
Ops
baby?
the 17th?
It's close.
Yeah,
What were you
I
going to
know.
say? Black Ops?
Black Ops 4 Switch cases started showing up at GameStops
Cool.
for pre-order.
Remember how I think someone was saying that it's going to be like a whatchamacallit?
What, the Battle Royale thing?
Yeah, it's just going to be a battle royale.
Yeah. Whatever. All right. Man, this website looks really good. I need to fix some things, but I'm very happy with it.
Is that a Shovel Knight t-shirt?
Yes, it is. Spectre Knight t-shirt.
Spectre Knight t-shirt? Nice.
I got it at PAX.
I figured you did, because
Well, I was going to get the Shovel Knight one, but they were out. So I was like, well, Spectre Knight's cool, I guess. So I'll get that.
I probably would have went with the Spectre Knight anyways, just because it's a little rare.
Yeah.
And he's just as good as Shovel Knight.
It's better. Spectre Knight is better than Shovel Knight, like the game. I hope they go back in and make like Shovel Knight Plus or whatever, and allow him to have cool movement.
Oh, that old school, the blood stained.
Oh yeah,
Curse of the Moon.
Yeah,
It's Curse of the Moon. I'm getting that this week too. So I'm probably gonna buy.
It's only $10,
and I think it comes out Thursday. Oh no, not this week. It comes out next week. So it's next week.
It comes out. It comes out the same day as N++.
Jesus. So this week's Wizard of Legend. Next week is Dark Souls, and that. Jesus, I got a lot of stuff coming out.
And Hyrule Warriors, if you're into that.
August is gonna kill me. August is gonna kill me.
Why? What's August?
Chasm, Death's Gambit, and Dead Cells. They don't have a date for Chasm or
well, Dead Cells digitally is coming out before that. That's just
August.
Yeah,
that's just the physical.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have a date for the?
It's like June, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I'm looking. The wait is long. Dang it. Yeah. All right. Dead Cells to get a physical Nintendo Switch PS4 release. They're like, fuck your couch, Microsoft. I love it. Yeah, we'll be releasing physical versions of the game alongside digital release in August. So they're both in August, which is still fine. I mean, that's still cool. Retail copies will apparently run for $30. A $10 increase over the digital edition isn't too bad at all. Hopefully, they will attainable all over the world. They will be attainable all over the world.
I think the Switch version is gonna be $40.
That wouldn't surprise me. Fucking Switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that definitely is that'll be a nab. I want to nab it on PS4, but I might just nab it on my Switch just to play it on my Switch while I'm at work.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, it's a cool game. I really liked it. What I played of it. Well, I guess we can get this B-side going. All right, I need to stop looking at this website because I've been working on it all day.
Close it up.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What's up? Yeah.
But yeah, I linked that. So it's a 10-minute trailer of Risk of Rain, and like I said, it kind of is like a kind of like a World of Warcraft approach, where it's like it's all about the mechanics and the gameplay, but the game still looks good. Like it's not photo. It's not. It's like got kind of like a hand drawn look to it. It's not like photorealistic, but it just looks like it plays like smoothly.
Yeah.
Like butter. And I think it would be awesome. Like I said, it would be a great. It'd probably be on current, consoles. It'd be on the Xbox, PS4, PC. But I could see it coming to Switch. They wouldn't even have to dumb it down. Really, I don't think. But they're approaching alpha tests, so I could see it coming out next year sometime if the alpha tests go well and they can, because I mean, a game like that where you're doing like almost a horde mode, you could reuse some of your assets. You just want to redraw your worlds and randomly. You could have your worlds randomly generated and stuff. So
right.
But
yeah, this game looks cool.
Yeah, and it looks like you have like a chat, so like you can talk. And then it looks like you can pick up loot. Like there's a medic kit, soldier syringe. And, you picked up. There looks like there was a. I'm just looking at the screenshot on the link, but it looks like there's an orange item. So the loot might be tier based. Excuse me, like Diablo or World of Warcraft. So like you could work, because that would be cool. Like to help your character out in the early stages, you could get higher tiered gear. So you'll start at like level 0. And the only thing that helps you at level 0 is your gear. But then as you level to get through the higher horde waves or get to the next worlds, you actually level up. Like that would be really badass. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that game looks cool.
I'm excited for it. I'm going to go grab a beer. I know we're kind of live now, although we're just kind of sitting here chatting.
Yeah, so, I mean, we take a break before the show. I mean, Matt'll be here soon, so
yeah, it shouldn't be too long, and then we can go over our E3 predictions. Like I said, I kind of went like went a little bit off the rails. I think some of mine are like really like shots in the dark, but some of them are kind of predictable. I think my EA prediction and my Square prediction are probably my most reliable predictions. It may be one of Sony's.
Man, the Square conference is going to be like, what are they going to show? Like, I mean, they're going to show Tomb Raider. They're going to probably show that Avengers game, but like
remasters.
Those are so simple though. Like
they'll show remasters. Not Final Fantasy 7. No, I'm talking
I think Final Fantasy 15 is coming to Switch next year.
Okay. Here is like they could be like here is an old school Square game that's been remastered. I'd love like it's part of my predictions, but I think that's pretty much what they're gonna do. Like Square might show. I mean, they could show more Hitman. Hitman Season 2 might be starting, so they could show more of that. I don't want to talk too much more about it because it's in part of my prediction when we talk about Square. But I agree with you. Like you look at it and you're like, what are you going to show? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It'll be interesting. So anyways, I'll be back. I'm going to get another beer.
Yeah, I'm going to go take this trash out because, yeah.
It's what husbands do.
Well, she asked me to do it like an hour ago.
That's what husbands do too. I'll be back.
Well, what happened here? I guess I better get in the chat and figure out what's up. So what did I miss? Who got into a fight? Oh, okay. This is getting drunk and Corey shaking up the garbage. All right, sounds about right. Now, where'd my hangout go? There he is. How drunk is Moose? What am I in for here?
Matt.
Moose or Corey.
We did Moose's employee review. He failed.
Oh yeah?
This is the last week.
What happened?
No, I'm just kidding.
How'd it go?
No, it was fun. We had a really good discussion about things we kind of want to do in the next year. Because he's been here a year, so I asked him what he wanted to accomplish in the next year.
What are your goals?
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Doing your son? No.
Oh, man.
It's one of the only Family Guy moments I actually like.
Oh, you mean you don't like it when he fights the chicken every other episode?
Oh, are they still doing that dumb shit?
I don't know, I guess.
Hey, Moose.
Hey, what's up?
How'd your interview go?
It went well. I think I might get a raise.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like a 33% raise of 0 to 0? All right.
God, if it's 33%, that's quite the. Usually it's just like a cost of living raise.
No, we go big here, but since we're all starting at nothing, percentages of nothing add up to nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
I do want to say Phillips is right. They did. Square Enix did drop IO, so
yeah, they divested themselves of IO.
The people who make Hitman can make it on their own. So, anyways.
Well, didn't Warner Brothers just publish Hitman Season 1 Game of the Year?
Yeah, I think the Game of the Year edition comes out
maybe Warner picked them up
last week. I think it was this week or last week. It was.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised one of the first parties didn't try to buy them.
Oh no, it's no way.
I mean, maybe not Sony, but it would have been smart for Microsoft because they need games.
Well, they need something.
Microsoft needs fucking anything.
But Microsoft isn't going to get what they need from IO.
No, they're not.
I mean, if I were IO and Microsoft wanted to take a meeting, I'd probably hear them and then just refuse anything they offer. Or make sure you get some lawyers that can argue your side of the contract really, really well.
I have a feeling. Well, never mind. I'm gonna write that down, and we're gonna go from there. But anyways,
write that down.
I am because it's gonna be part of my prediction.
Just faxed it. So what did you guys talk about in the B-side other than Moose's year and where we want to go in the coming years?
Just like how we also wanted to improve, the show, the channel, stuff like that.
Oh, so you guys are getting rid of me?
No, we that's not improving the channel. That would be
really.
It'd be kind of like a lateral step.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's like a lateral step. So we feel we're stronger with you here. So you don't want to get rid of you.
You can't just sidestep the dumpster fire yet.
Now. So.
Yeah, Matt, your employer review is in like 3 weeks.
Sweet. Sweet.
Nice.
Do I get an employer review?
You get a boss? Well, no.
Oh, dude, we should totally take Corey to task, Moose. We should totally do it.
We should do a boss review. We could. Usually, ones at Lowe's were really bad.
We'll call it the quadruple B side. The B side of the Better Boss Bureau.
Right.
Moose and I are taking Corey. We are reviewing Corey and taking him to task.
I mean, the only time they ever listened to us at Lowe's was when we did the employee survey, which was like how we feel like leadership team's doing, how we feel value at our job, because we would always score super low. And so our leadership team would be like, well, what do we need to do to improve things around here? I don't know.
Anything?
Do a better job. Do a fucking better job. You know? Anyways, so
all right,
I'm good to go whenever y'all are.
Is this 95? Is that what episode we're on?
Yeah, 95. It's good to be alive.
Yeah, that's crazy. I pretty much wrote them down in the order you put them on your paper.
That's exactly the order I have them in.
So I should be, and then I just threw the one you left off at the bottom. I don't want to tip the hat to let them know who the last one is, but I think it's the best one. So, anyways, ready to go.
I mean, it's one that a certain podcast on the NGR radio network that focuses on it.
Yes.
And the name of it rhymes with Platinum.
The funny thing is, my predictions for this podcast, I didn't even think of them for that podcast. I was like, how did I not have?
Well, you guys did it a week ago, so
we just did it Tuesday. So.
Once again, and I'm glad you actually made it tonight, because I was gonna say we're gonna need a list, because if we wait another week, I don't know what's gonna leak this week.
Dude, like Rage 2 leaked today.
Yeah, well,
Rage
it's
2
been
leaking.
Yeah,
it's been leaking,
but
like a shit.
Anyways. Well, didn't they announce it today? Didn't they just come out?
They did. They put the trailer out.
Walmart dropped that sale.
That trailer was actually pretty cool looking.
I'm excited to see the game.
Rage
later.
1 looked great.
So
there was just a lot missing.
I just feel bad for anything at Bethesda outside of Fallout, because that shit gets leaked. It kind of takes away a little bit of the twinkle from their E3 conference, because I'm sure that was part of the E3 conference, and now we know. Like, everything last year was kind of leaked. So, like, when you watch the conference, it was just the joy of seeing things confirmed. You know what I mean? Whereas instead of just being surprised. So, like, they need to fucking lock it down over there. Like, they need to cut some people's nuts off.
Well, either that or they're doing it themselves.
That's true, too. That's a good point. You do have a good point.
I mean, I feel like they're doing it themselves more than anything else. All right, let's get this.
We can talk about that when we get to the Bethesda. But anyways,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, here. Okay, hang on.
Pepsi.
No. Well, I used to work for them. Fuck, there was something I was gonna say.
Coke's better.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't even drink. I don't drink either, so I don't know. I made it through the whole day with 2 energy drinks.
Yeah, nice.
Trying to cut back.
Smart man, you should see that video that Jose posted.
Yeah,
of the grind, man.
Jeff,
it's nasty stuff.
Jeff whatever, shared it.
Retweeted it. Oh, Jeff's the one that shared it, not Jose. I apologize. Jeff's the one that he posted, like, so it's like this video where this guy shows it, he's like zoomed in, and it's like a green Monster Energy drink, so the full calorie one, and then it's like a bottle, it's like a spray can of tool cleaner, and so he goes and he puts the tool cleaner on his tool chest, which has some like dirt and stuff, and he goes to wipe it up, and it does nothing. He pours the Monster drink on it, and it like takes the shit up like right away.
Oh, so it's the Coke clearing out your plumbing from the 90s.
Right, exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Fucking,
but no, it's like.
But see, what nobody realizes is there's hydrochloric acid in your fucking stomach. So
yeah, right.
Like, your stomach is capable of dealing with it.
Well, right. And I posted it in there, so it's kind of like the cops who keep Coke in their trunks to wash away blood stains on the highway. You know what I mean? So the only way to get rid of blood stains is using Coke. So, anyways, let's start this shit show, which is amazing.
Woo! Oh, do that, Moose.
Woo!
Yeah, that'll be when I introduce you. You got to do that.
Okay.
I need good stuff for the episode 100 hype trailers. So let's make this a good one, guys.
I tried to stick it to the man, so I stuck it to myself. Still one of my favorite things you've ever said.
Man.
What was there was something I was thinking to intro the show, and it's oh fuck. Okay.
I don't know, but I will tell you that I started listening to some Sleep. I like it. So.
Oh yeah, sleep's really good. Dope Smoker is a complete 60-minute track, so set aside some time.
I got
Like
8 hours
16
at work.
minutes.
No, 60.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you know, trying to listen to a straight hour of music is not exactly an easy thing.
See, I can do it at work because, you know, it's like whatever. I just tune people out. It helps me tune the idiots out.
All right, you ready?
Not my problem.
I work alone 90% of my day, so
Lucky.
That's nice. It's very nice.
it is.
But anyways,
I'm ready. Sorry, Matt.
All right, 3, 2, 1.